Welcome back, Dolly.
Welcome back. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. What you don't know about me is that I've been a solo parent for the past 2 weeks, which is totally fine, but being a solo homeowner is actually harder than being a solo than being a solo parent.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So it's been a little wild. We had a squirrel with mange in the backyard.
That thing was so sad looking.
Oh my God, that was like terrifying. Legit, I like literally had to look up like what rabies looks like because I mean, Red is up to date, but I need to get her new shots, I think.
Yeah.
And she is not like my dog is not like going after things to kill them. She's just like super curious and like kind of afraid.
Yeah.
We're like all in the garden and I see her and she's like staring up at the squirrel from far away. And I'm like, that squirrel is pissed and like looks like it could jump on her. And she's
Yeah.
like standing there like, and I'm like, Greta. And I had to like call her to like get away because I'm like, usually they kind of like trick her and go up the tree and she's kind of like,
Yeah.
where'd they go?
Oh yeah.
Like they just disappear. And that one was not. And its tail was puffed. It was mad. Even when we walked by, I was like, I feel like it's gonna jump on us.
Oh, for real.
Freaky. And then I like took a picture and zoomed in and I was like, no, something is really wrong with that thing.
No, I was thinking the whole time when you were telling me, I'm like, oh, like, I wonder how she could tell. And then when I saw the photo, I was like, oh,
That thing was terrifying.
like crazy looking. Um, so I'm glad none of you guys got mange. I like didn't even know what that was until you told me, and then I looked it up and I was like, oh, okay, okay, okay,
I think
cool.
it can literally kill dogs. I think more puppies, but like
Hmm.
mammal can get it. So I was like, oh my God, I think my neighbor who's lived here for a long time was kind of like, okay, this girl's being dramatic. But I'm like, I'm pregnant. I have got a freaking toddler and
I cannot afford to get mange right now, okay?
I can't get mange, okay? And this dog, he always calls it on the bed, on the couch. So I'm like,
Heck no. Yeah. No, that's the hard part.
too much for right now. And she's like, well, as long as you don't come into contact. I'm like, my dog's out there rolling in the pine
Yeah,
needles where the
for
damn squirrel is.
real.
So
Greta's actually playing tag with the mange squirrel.
So have not seen it since. I did contact animal control and they said if I see it to call them. I kind of thought they were going to be like, you live out in the country, that's on you, figure it
Yeah.
out. But they're
Yeah.
like about to come out and I was like, well, I haven't seen it today. And they're like, okay, well, when you see it, give us a call.
That's nice.
So at least
At
that,
least they got your back.
at least they were here for me. They were not thinking I was dramatic because that could take out like a whole squirrel population.
Real.
Everything that lives in our yard, that could like get to it.
Yeah.
So it's been a little wild. I can't even think. The internet completely went out. I had to have a weirdo internet guy here, and I've got to call because he did a terrible job. So yeah, it's been wild.
No, yeah, your week or maybe just the weekend, I feel like has been so chaotic.
Seen that stray dog 2 times. One time we were in the front yard, and I was like, "Go, everybody in." Greta like saw it, and then
Yeah.
I noticed what was happening because she like kind of barked, and Arkham gets so mad at her for barking. I was like, "I think she's just looking at the neighbors, whatever."
Yeah.
And then I'm like, she turned her body to like stare that way. And I'm like, what is happening? And I look
Yeah.
and I see its tail and its body. And I'm like, get inside, go, go, go. And then today they saw it, but the neighbor called animal control because I've called and they're just kind of like, okay, we'll mark it down.
Yeah.
But today she called and they kind of like brushed her off. And then she told them, like, this has been happening for like over a year. It tried to bite my husband on a walk with my family.
Hmm.
And she actually got a call from an officer that was like, I'm on its tail. Can you give me its description just, so I can confirm? So I don't know if they picked it up, if they've like
Yeah.
it probably ran off, but
Yeah. Who knows?
it's crazy. It's crazy, crazy.
I know the animal chaos is wild. We haven't had any animal chaos over here. Not that I can think of. We went on a hike. Did I talk about that already?
I think so, because I think that was before our podcast last week.
Yeah, that's like the last animal thing that was kind of chaotic, but it wasn't chaotic. So, not a lot of chaos on my end. My
For both of us. and I've spread it well.
Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, so since we're pre-recording this, this weekend we're going to San Diego. That's the only thing that's going on in our lives right now is a San Diego trip. And other than that, not much. I'm just living vicariously through your chaos. You keep me going.
Yeah, for real. Last year I had a chipmunk literally jump on my shoulder. Spring is amazing and beautiful, but whoa, it's wild. It's wild
Yeah,
when you live out.
yeah, but
Ugh. I like
crazy.
want to put the baby's car seat in the garage, but I'm scared to put it in the garage because last year we had like a ground squirrel or squirrel in there at some point, and I'm afraid it will get in the baby's car seat.
Yeah, yeah, that's
So
true.
that would be lame. So yeah,
Yeah, never trust.
don't
Um,
trust.
yeah, seriously. Other than that, not much new on my end. I don't really have anything to talk about, really.
Did you have any good coffee this week?
Um, just let's see. We went to Blue Bottle Coffee,
Hmm,
which I don't know if they're everywhere. I kind of feel like they are
never heard of it, but
in cities, but I don't know. And we got it. It was pretty good. But I'm still ride or die with my one coffee shop that I'm just like hooked on. So until then, I don't really love to chance it at new places.
when you go to a new coffee shop, like what's something you order to like test the waters? Like, you know what? Let's see how they
I,
make.
I always just get a vanilla ice latte. Just a standard. Like if you cannot make a good vanilla ice latte, you probably can't make a good anything because that's just like a standard coffee drink. And
He
if it's
likes the
bad,
mocha. He always like tests the mocha. Like
that's so funny. I always test the vanilla ice lattes. And unless I see their menu and they have something that's like a vanilla ice latte, but maybe like their version with a little spice or something. So, but usually it's a vanilla ice latte. So far, there's only one winner for me right now. Nobody's beat it, but
I did go and get a big caramel macchiato,
yeah.
uh, decaffeinated. Not because I'm pregnant, because I have anxiety issues. I have not been able to drink caffeine, even though I have like matcha, but I feel like it's a little different. I still get the flutters, but it's a little more under control. But
Yeah.
after our really hard day with the mange squirrel and all that stuff going on, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get a venti caramel macchiato. Sounds so good. And
You
it was,
got hot or iced?
I got iced.
Yum.
It
Those
was,
are good. I'll treat myself with that sometimes too if I'm not feeling a vanilla ice latte. I will never order vanilla ice latte from Starbucks because they're trash.
I don't think
I
I've ever gotten one.
I've tried and I'm like that's the only thing I crave and I just like it's so bad.
But do you
Um
get hot vanilla ice lattes? Or, I mean, not ice, but vanilla lattes or
yeah,
no?
I will. Yeah. So like if we depending on the time of the day. Like on Sunday, last Sunday, I went to like a little brunch with friends and I got a hot one just like to have with like my food and stuff.
That sounds cozy right
Oh.
now. You know what I've never ordered and I like I don't know why because I love it, but I've just never gotten it. It's a London fog because I love Earl Grey tea.
Yeah,
Like
I've
you
never
can get
gotten
it
that
and
either.
try it from Starbucks. And I was like, yeah, I guess I should. I just never have. I always
Yeah.
make it at home, but
Yeah, that's true. I know. I don't ever order tea.
for years she didn't even like tea. But we
Yeah.
made it over that hump.
And everybody wanted to make it their mission to get me to like tea. And I was like,
Tea
you guys, I'm just like
is
not Yeah, I'm like, I'm just like not a tea drinker. Like, and they're like, you just haven't found the right flavor. And I'm like, it's not the flavor. It's just like the tea, it tastes like tea. Like, even if it's like
tastes like coffee.
blueberry, it doesn't taste like blueberry. It tastes like blueberry tea. I'm like, it's not the flavor I don't like, it's the tea part I don't like. And like everybody was like so mad about it. And people were like in denial, or they thought I was in denial. Now that I've gotten older, I'm still not a tea drinker, but if I'm like not feeling well, then I'll like drink a little tea or like, I don't know, like a
I would
peppermint tea
handle the
or
medicine ball from Starbucks. Like everybody swears by that, and P like loves it. He's gotten it for Arkham before when he's like been sicky.
I love.
Oh no.
It's pretty much just like steamed lemonade.
It's like too citrusy for me. I was like,
It's
ooh.
steamed lemonade. Um, and like two
Okay,
or three different types of tea bags in it, but it's like a peach flavored one. It's like not actual like healthy teas, I don't think. It's a very like I don't know. They call it the medicine ball, but it's like lemonade and like peach tea and like I don't know. I like it because it doesn't taste like tea. Which is probably why you don't like it. Okay, are we ready for the stories?
I'm ready.
Okay. First story, which is about Kanye West.
Oh,
Again. Kanye West shares regrets about having kids with Kim Kardashian. This
shocker.
is so he is just so crazy. Like,
And he was after her. Like he was legit
oh,
after.
yeah, totally. But my thing is like, one, why are you publicly sharing this stuff? Like, keep that information to yourself. Like, you're making it worse. Like, it's just like your kids are gonna see this one day, and you're pretty much just showcasing like how much you hate their mom and how much you wish you didn't have kids with her. Like, that is a bad look on you.
And so like
Wait,
that
what did you say?
like it wouldn't be those kids. If you had kids with anyone else, it wouldn't be the kids that you currently have. So
But yeah, my thing is like you say you regret or like you didn't want to have kids with her, but then you proceeded to have four kids
yeah,
with
you
her.
should have realized it after the first.
Also, like, yeah, you think that she's so happy that you're the father of her children?
But she's not out there publicly saying it. I mean, I could say I'm not a
Never.
Kardashian.
Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, like, props to her because she's never bashed him. Even when he was going through his craziness, she's never publicly bashed him. She's always kept it civil and respectful for the sake of her kids. Because at the end of the day, that's still their dad. And he's just like crazy. So pretty much it says Kanye West called out his ex Kim Kardashian in a new interview, saying he didn't want to have a family with her before going on to welcome kids North, Saint, Chicago, and Psalm. Kanye West made a shocking admission about his family life. Amid his ongoing feud with his ex-wife Kim Kardashian, um, the gold digger detailed his
Love
early relation, not her.
this.
The Gold Digger singer detailed his early relationship with the Kardashian star and how their relationship didn't play out like he'd initially thought. Indeed, when the podcaster DJ Academics told him, when you speak about Kim, people might be like, well, you picked her, you put yourself in that. During an interview posted to X March 30th, the Yeezy founder agreed, saying, absolutely, I did. That was my fault. No, that was my fault. I didn't want to have children with this person. After the first 2 months of being with them, Kanye, who wore a black Ku Klux Klan uniform throughout the interview, added, but that wasn't God's plan. E! News has reached out to Kim Kardashian's rep for comment, but hasn't heard back. Um,
Does he have shared custody? I mean, truthfully, are these children safe with him?
so that's what he talks about is the custody. It says elsewhere in the interview, the 47-year-old whose divorce from Kim was finalized in November 2022 discussed his current dispute with Kim over the trademarking of their children's names. The point of contention first came to light earlier this month when Kanye shared a text message purporting to show Kim trying to block him from releasing Lonely Road Still Go to Sunshine, which features both North and Sean Diddy Combs, who is currently incarcerated as his sex trafficking case plays out. When my daughter was put on the song, that's when I realized that I didn't own her name and likeness. Kanye, who's married to Bianca Sensory, explained, I don't have at least 50-50 with my kids, so how is it joint custody? My kids are celebrities and I don't have a say.
He's married?
Yeah, to that Bianca girl.
I have no idea. I guess I don't know anything.
Naked on the red carpet not too long ago. It was like crazy. Um, he says this white woman and this white family have the control of these highly influential black kids that are half the kids of Ye, he continued, and that's just in everybody's face. They play in my face like that. Kanye went on to reiterate his opposition to Kim and the rest of the Kardashian Jenner family. It's war, he declared. They think they're too powerful. The Jesus Walks hitmaker also criticized his ex's intention when it comes to their four shared children. When you're a celebrity, it starts to be about more what fame it's going to get you, what clout it's going to get you, what money it's going to get you over, is this the right thing for your children? Kanye mused, I'm willing to die for my children than to allow them to be in this environment that I know they're in.
See, some of the stuff he says is like, okay, it makes sense, but it's like this face is just so crazy how he's coming out there so like,
But
but
I don't understand how he says like about the fame and like it's supposed to be like, is this good? Is this good for my children? Is this to protect my children? But he's out there like putting North's name in a song with John Diddy Combs. Like,
following those rules
yeah, like what are you talking about?
does, have some weight, but he's not acting as he's saying.
Yeah, it's just so crazy. And then so they say they have like 50-50 joint custody. Um, but at the end of the day, like
And is he even, where is he?
exactly. And at the end of the day, him saying publicly that he regrets having any children with this woman is not going to be in his favor. She could get full custody just from that. Like, you think the judge is going to look at you and be like, you deserve more custody?
You're wearing a black KKK suit.
Exactly. Just so crazy.
Is the
And,
lady
like,
like that he's married to, is she white, black, and is she okay?
she's white. She can't be okay if she's married to him. She's not like her herself. She's very quiet. She's not like controversial herself, but she's controversial just by being with him, kind of.
Do you think behind closed doors he's normal?
I have no idea. I can't even tell anymore if this is like an act, if this is real. I don't know. And then I also feel like for him to just be like, oh, well, I didn't want to have kids with her, but like for the first 2 months of being with her, I already knew I didn't want to have kids with her.
Get
But
out.
then to go in and say, but that was God's plan. Like
That sounds creepy, honestly.
that sounds creepy. And at the like you make your own decisions. You
And
chose
like,
to
if
stay with
you're
her.
far away from fame and you want to get your kids far away from fame, go live. You don't have to make music. You have
Right.
money, I'm sure, to go buy a house somewhere that's unknown, quote unquote, not in LA, and go
Exactly.
live
Exactly.
and
I'm
show
like,
an opposite life.
yeah, exactly. And as of right now, at least, I feel like the only one of Kim and his children who is like wanting to be in the entertainment industry is North. And she has her dad's work ethic with music, I feel like, or the creativeness from her dad with like wanting to be like an entertainer and like wanting to make music and stuff. Who knows about the other ones? Um, but I don't know. It's just so crazy.
Wild.
The second story is way, if you thought that one was crazy, this one is way more crazy.
Oh, I'm worried.
A different direction. Jessica Simpson reveals why she's been drinking snake sperm.
No, I think I'd rather drink snake venom. Oh, I'm gonna gag. That is like horrifying.
So it says Jessica Simpson shared a video of herself drinking what she said was an herbal drink that contained snake sperm
My
at the
God.
suggestion of someone helping her with her music career. Jessica Simpson is moving past Chicken of the Sea and diving into uncharted territory when it comes to her dietary habits.
Oh my God.
More than 2 weeks after the beauty mogul performed on stage for the first time in 15 years, she shared a video of herself drinking an unconventional herbal tonic. They're like, "What are you drinking?" Because it's this Chinese herb thing, the 44-year-old told musicians in a studio, as seen in the March 28th Instagram clip. And I'm like, I don't know. My vocal coach told me to drink it. And they Googled the ingredients and snake sperm. It's like a honey.
Yeah. Oh my God. How do you even get that? How, what? Ew.
Some cult stuff, okay? This is so weird. So it says Jessica, who did not name the product, added, "So if you want a good vocal, you gotta drink snake sperm." Most viewers seemed positively charmed by her video, with many finding it absolutely hysterical. Ha ha ha, one person commented, "That's the Jess we know and love." Other user wrote, "Like the chicken of the sea, but snake version." While another fan commented, "Put her back on TV right now, LOL." Do you know the chicken of the sea?
Yes, with Nick Lachey or whatever Nick.
So in 2003, Jessica and then husband Nick Lachey starred on their own MTV reality show Newlyweds, Nick and Jessica. On a key episode, the irresistible singer ate from a bowl of chicken by the sea branded tuna and asked, "Is this chicken what I have, or is this fish?" As the now Love is Blind co-host stared at her, Jessica continued, "I know it's tuna, but it says chicken by the sea."
I agree. That is the confusing.
It's so confusing.
We're women. We get it.
Yeah, I'm like, I think that was a valid question.
But this is unacceptable to me.
Wow, this is crazy.
I'll put it on my face, maybe, but I'm sure as hell not drinking it.
No, that is sick.
That's sick. And I don't know. I want nothing snake anywhere near me. No, thank you.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Ugh,
So, just seems,
I seriously could just vom.
yeah. Um, story number three, final story. Does she pronounce her name Lunel?
Yes,
Okay. Lunel apologizes to Pete Davidson for touching him on live TV.
we all want to touch Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
I do.
So Pete Davidson received an apology from comedian Lunel after their appearance on Everybody's Live with John Mulaney led to an uncomfortable exchange between the pair. Pete
Lunel's wild.
Davidson's latest TV appearance made for an awkward encounter. Comedian Lunel has apologized to the SNL alum after they appeared on the March 26th live broadcast of John Mulaney's Netflix talk show Everybody's Live. During the show, Lunel, who's 66, playfully grilled Pete, who's 31, about his dating history. But when the Borat star proceeded to run her hand up his leg during a subsequent segment where the two were both blindfolded, a source close to Pete tells E! News the situation became uncomfortable. Pete played along in the moment, the source said, because he didn't want to derail the live show. Prior to the bit, Lunel asked Pete about his previous relationships, including his brief romance with Kim Kardashian, wondering how he can continuously pull all these bad bitches before asking him to take her out next for research.
Oh, Lunel.
The source noted that the Bupkis actor didn't have a problem with the jokes at his expense. Pete was fine answering any questions. There was no issue with Kim, and he loves Mulaney. The source went on, everyone on the show was having a great time with him until this happened. The source also noted that the moment highlighted an unfortunate double standard. People believe they can treat Pete differently and view him as fair game for these jokes because of their perception of him, the source added, but it was just wrong. In a statement, Lunel admitted to tickling Pete's leg during the segment as she expressed remorse for the situation. "I did not mean to make Pete uncomfortable. I sincerely apologize," she told People March 28th. It was all done in jest. I hope Pete will forgive me, and I'm still willing to go out on a date with him if he so chooses, and I promise I won't touch him again unless he wants me to. They
So,
reached out for his rep to comment on the apology, but they haven't heard back. No,
but Lunel's wild.
we all want to do that, but like you gotta control yourself.
She's like a Comedy Central OG. She,
Yeah.
like, I'm pretty sure she still lives in Compton.
Oh, I'm sure.
But yeah, she's been in a hot tub with Bert Kreischer and Theo Von naked. Like they were naked. Like she was like, oh, they took off their bathing suits, but she had two on, and they didn't know she had two on, so they took theirs off.
That's hilarious.
So she's wild.
She seems wild. I'm like, oh my God. Poor Pete.
I know.
Oh yeah. So yeah, a good little variety of stories
Well,
this podcast.
wild.
Uh yeah. And we are going to do the Am
Am
I the asshole? Let's hear
of
it.
the week. Am I the asshole for leaving my boyfriend because he bought his female best friend, lingerie as a joke? My boyfriend, 28 male, and I, 24 female, have been together for a year and a half. I love him a lot, and he has been pretty amazing to me. He is also the sort of person who has lots of friends, and his close friends are pretty much family. He also loves to joke and play these harmless pranks on his friends, which sometimes makes me feel weird. Just for context, he has two female friends, three male friends. This is about my boyfriend and his friends, Claire, and one of his friends, Claire, 28 female. Claire is a nice woman and we are friendly. My boyfriend has never ignored me in favor of his friend or talked over me in front of them, which is why I don't understand if I'm in the right. They, my boyfriend's friends, had recently escalated prank fight. I made it clear to my boyfriend I'm not good at jokes and I'm rather stiff. He said he would rather keep me out of it. Claire, my boyfriend, and another friend, Kyle, even had a huge throwing water balloons fight in Kyle's backyard. This seems like my nightmare. Then Kyle got pranked by Claire, something about whipped cream and oven mitts. But the issue was when my boyfriend bought a red lacy lingerie set that he planned to put it in Claire's room the next time that he went over. I said it was a tacky prank, and why would he buy lingerie? None of the previous pranks have been this kind, and it makes me really uncomfortable. I also felt like if I was Claire, I would feel gross about it. But my boyfriend got mad and defensive and told me Claire's cool like that, and she would think it's funny. I admit, I get a bit weirded out when he calls Claire extremely beautiful and jokes about how she's always been way out of his league. But I thought nothing of it because they were like family, so I guess that was their thing. However, the lingerie prank had me put my foot down, and I said that he was wrong to give another woman lingerie no matter who when he had a girlfriend. We fought. I said I wanted to break up, which he didn't want to, and he said I was just overreacting. He said I was too conservative and needed to open my mind when he had get never given me a reason to be insecure. Claire called me and said that she and my boyfriend have been friends for a long time and inside jokes are just that, and I'll learn more with age. I still feel weird about it. My best friend is supportive of me no matter what I do, but I have started to feel like I'm blowing this out of proportion. My boyfriend says that I am the fact that he told me and didn't hide it from me shows that I'm the problem. I've started to feel like I've blown this out of proportion, and maybe it's just my fault I can't take a joke. I feel really awful about this whole thing. Am I the asshole?
Something smells rotten, and I think it's your boyfriend.
The situation is odd. How is buying someone lingerie a prank?
That's what I was gonna say. What's the joke?
Like to me, it's more of a prank if you bought this lingerie and you're gonna put it in the guy's car.
Right. It's more
That
of
would
a
make it
prank
funnier.
if you're buying her like granny panties and like something crazy. That
putting
is,
it on her doorknob or something. Like there
yeah,
was a prank that somebody did and they were like literally embarrassed about it, but like somebody bought a bunch of granny panties and put it all over these pumpkins in a neighborhood. That's funny.
right. Yeah, I'm like, what is the joke?
That's
Like
just
that
a joke.
about that. Also, I personally would feel weird if any of my guy friends gave me lingerie. Like that's for me. I'd be like, so are you picturing me in this? Like, stop.
It's
Also, if you're like family, like it's also weird if that's like your sister to be giving your sister lingerie.
lingerie. The whole situation's weird. I don't see the prank in it. Okay, a water balloon fight, prank, whatever.
I
Not
don't
my
feel
style.
I feel like there's
It's weird.
something weird and it's I hate when things are done and it's weird and then people are just like it's just a joke. It's just a joke. I hate that. It's not a joke. Who's laughing? What's the joke? It's
Yeah, we
not.
don't
Trying
get
to
it. It
cover
doesn't
it
make
up as a joke. It's not. You just like literally just like bought her lingerie. Also, I don't like the fact that he's always talking about how beautiful she is and how out of his league she is. That's a red flag because that means he's not just looking at her as a friend. He's thought about if
yeah,
he can get
the
her.
creep. It's
Yeah.
for sure the creeps that he's like, I can never get her.
Yeah. Like, so you've thought about it. Like, you don't see her as a friend because if she gave you the opportunity, you'd be
You
down.
would come in.
You're really just her friend because that's all she'll let you be.
She
So
said, edit. The people asking what the prank is about the lingerie. Apparently, it's an inside joke about how during college days she had some problems with the color red, and the lingerie would have just given her a shock of some kind, I guess. I told my boyfriend it was cool. It was cruel, but he said wasn't a trauma thing, just an inside joke. I-
odd, very odd. Yeah, that's so interesting. I don't think you're the asshole. I think I wouldn't be weird about it too. I'd be like, it's not funny.
Yeah, it's like there's no joke in it.
Yeah. Even with the edit trying to explain the joke, that still doesn't sound like a
It
joke.
made it even worse, like made less sense actually.
That's your reason? That's weird.
Like to
Yeah.
me, more of a
So
joke. The man dresses in lingerie, like takes photos of himself and like hides it in like her book as a bookmark, or like she's something weird. Like that's more of a prank. Just buying lingerie and putting it in someone's room it's
it's weird.
ick.
Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Not around here, partner. Not around here.
Like trying to convince you like you're too conservative. Has
Yeah.
he ever bought her lingerie? It doesn't seem like it.
Great point. I hate that when they try to flip it and be like, you're in the wrong for
And
not
I
being
told you about it, so it should be fine.
for real.
Like I'm gonna go bone this girl and then I'll come back home after. I told you about it, so
Crazy thinking about it. Like, no, we, uh-uh.
you are not the a-hole. You need to find a new boyfriend.
You need to level up because you sound like you're out of his league also.
Yeah, and I think he's holding you down to be in his league. So
Exactly. He's giving very like much desperate and he's giving that he's a fan of her. And you do that's embarrassing.
that is disturbing to me to literally be like, damn, she's so hot.
My
Like,
best friend that's like family to me, like she's so out of my league. Like, okay, incest,
you're giving
free.
weird vibes, bro. Weird
Yeah.
vibes.
Ugh.
And you know the other guy friend is also thinking the same thing about her. She's not their friend. They're just holding on to hope that they'll get to bone her,
Exactly.
waiting for their opportunity. That's what it is. This
Yeah,
is
exactly.
right.
Exactly.
They're both ugly guys, let's be honest.
Exactly. Which, I mean, I feel like female and male friendships can be kind of hard because I feel like a lot of the times, like, even if the guy's like not super interested in like the female friend, if she's like, I'm down, I feel like most of the time the straight male friends are gonna be like, okay, fine,
Yeah.
I'm down too. Like, but a lot of the times, like, after you build a relationship, you do kind of see like each other as like the annoying brother and sister type of relation. Like you're not like sexualizing each other. You're just like, oh God, I've seen too much of you. Like, stay away from
Like,
me. Yeah. Like I feel bad for the girls you date, actually. So it's just very interesting. But yeah, I feel like if any of my guy friends did that, I'd be like, you're,
you're weird. And if
yeah.
she had a boyfriend, which it seems like she doesn't, that guy would beat your ass.
Yeah, 1000%. Also, if I was her and I knew that one of my guy friends was doing this and it was making his girlfriend feel uncomfortable, I would never in my mind be like, oh, it's just, there's nothing to it. I'd be
He's
like,
letting them hang on because it feels
yeah,
good.
yeah. I would be like, you need to get your shit together.
You're
Like,
about to lose
you're
this
gonna
girl.
ruin your
Fine line.
relationship. Yeah, I don't want you. So pay attention to her. Stop paying
Weird.
attention.
It's weird.
Yeah, so you're not the asshole. We still haven't found an asshole.
Yes, we did.
We did?
We have an asshole last week.
Who? Who was it?
The silent screaming.
Yeah.
She told him to go F himself, but she literally pays for things before she even inspects it. Like you
I
just put the
forgot.
whole wrong floor in and I paid for it because I'm too lazy to go look.
I totally forgot about that. The silent screaming. How could I forget?
That's like my new fave. Silent screaming.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
Honestly, the stories make me feel more normal.
Totally.
I'm gonna put a thing on there and be like, "Am I the asshole?" Because there's a mange squirrel in my
For real. No, once you start hearing about other people's problems, you're like, I
I'm
guess I
doing
really
okay.
don't have any problems.
I'm all right. My
No, that's why
sister-
it helps. Yeah, it helps to vent because we kind of keep each other sane, you know?
I swear, this baby is not keeping me sane, but we alive, we alive.
Yeah.
Like they're just like really lazy, just laying on the bottom, like all the
Yeah.
way. Send help.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think that was a good way to end the podcast.
Don't buy your friends that are not your girlfriend's lingerie. It's weird.
Especially if you think they're out of your league and you think they're so beautiful.
And don't talk about other girls like that to your girlfriend. That's weird.
Yeah. Stop being like a fan of other girls. It's embarrassing. You're a guy.
And you're creeping.
Like, I saw this thing and it was cracking me up. And it was like, what it's like, what's more embarrassing pretty much, and it's like when you look through your boyfriend's phone and you see that he's been messaging other girls, and then it's like, or you see that they've been rejecting him. It's like, what's more embarrassing, like your boyfriend messaging other girls or the fact that they're rejecting him?
They don't even respond.
They're like, no thank you. I'd be like, oh. They
What am
don't.
I doing here?
Yeah, they don't even want you.
Damn, you can't even cheat if you wanted to.
I'm like, I'm not even pissed that you were trying to cheat. I'm pissed that like you're getting rejected out there.
I
That's
feel
embarrassing.
like I know a guy like this. Like literally, I've known him since childhood, and that's a lot of paper. He literally was like in another life, and I was like, ew, no. And I'm like,
No, for real. It just like cracked me up. Oh my gosh. And it was like a picture of a girl, and it's like when you go through his phone and you see that he's cheating on you or trying to cheat on you, but then you see that he's just been being rejected every time, and they're like, the girl's like, take me out. That's not my man that's being rejected. Can't even cheat on you if you wanted to. Oh man.
well,
Well,
happy Monday, dollies. And we
yeah,
wish you have an amazing week with no mange.
no mange. Hold
I
on
know
to
P
it.
and I are like, that's our new word for like somebody with a crazy or shitty personality. We're gonna be like, mange.
Yep. Yeah, for real. That's a good one. Um, but yes, we hope you guys have a great week and we will see you next time. Love you, dollies.
Bye,
Bye.
That's literally being
Yeah, getting dragged away.